Hi everyone, thank you for coming back our BoredIn's live space. And sorry, we have some technical issues, and we actually have to continue to start our live space at every week. Move from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock now, seems for now. And very happy today. We have two amazing guests. One is Persis, and one is Joyce is also joining us today's space. And of course, we have our co-host Amity Holder. So Joyce is also joining us today for co-host. And so Persis, welcome to today our space, and welcome everyone. So Persis, before we start, why don't you introduce yourself and then pass the mic to Joyce, each of you to introduce yourself a little bit.
Yeah. Hello, GM. Thanks for inviting me here. I'm pretty happy to be part of this game with you. And I'm a poser. I'm designer from Czech Republic and clothing designer and graffiti artist as well. Been working for a long time as a UI designer for startups in US and around the world for like apps and iPhone things and like all those techie things and I've been studying clothing design on my high school. So since then I was still in the like fashion industry at some point, and I realized to start my own silk brand with the silk scarves. So I started to designing it like in 2021, and I sold like my first scarves as NFTs through Zora.com, or before it was our Zora. But since then I was like still going back and forth with like graffiti, with art, with fashion, with UI design as well. And after I acquired my ape in February this year, I realized I need to have like the MBA license, because I wanted to be part of the ecosystem as a brand and connection with the Web3 things, so now after that it's one of my main focus to do like things for the community and based on the made by apes license and pushing my brand forward, so I'm trying as much as I can. And I released just now the silk scarf for ApeFest, which we'll probably be speaking about in the space here.
Awesome. And how about Joyce? Would you like to share yourself a little bit to the audience?
You mean introduce myself or hop in and ask him questions?
Just introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm Joyce Karakin, otherwise known as Joe Caro. I'm the founder of Board Style Shop, which is one of my two MBAs. The other one is pfpdate.ape, and I haven't put that one out yet, but it's a project I've been working on for 2 years. Board Style Shop is a lifestyle brand, and it's in process. I began it back in November, and I've taken it pretty far. I've never had a business before, so it's entirely new for me, and it's very exciting. And what I love most about it is I'm building with so many other people and collaborating with as many MBAs as I can. And what I just love about this community is that nobody is building alone. We're all just out to help each other. It's the most extraordinary experience of my lifetime, and I've been around a while. So it's terrific. That's me.
Awesome. And
Yeah, I love it. I think we are facing like all those MBAs, like creators and producers are facing the same problem. So we are trying to deal with that and learn from each other. So that's pretty good to see that.
Exactly. I feel like the ecosystem, everything's just still very early, and why build alone? And we should just build together and share the research, and also same time we support each other. Talk about support each other. I know MFT holders and also having a lot of things about supporting the MBA shifting to to the AFAS, and any things you could like to maybe give us some update or still on the secret box?
No, I don't think it's secret. We're definitely still figuring out some components of it, but the emails went out last night into the morning, so spicy. And maybe there's some straggling emails, but I think the bulk of them went out, giving some direction. And I think there's some questions still that we're working on answering. So I'm helping out from the community side, Rich and myself, another mutant in the community. So it's pretty cool to see it come together. I know it's new to a lot of people having not shipped internationally. So happy that we can help out. The details will help us get an understanding of the costs and make sure the paperwork's compliant so we don't have any issues with customs. And I think obviously big shout out to Thank Ape as well. Thank Ape obviously is helping subsidize sponsor. I think TBD on if we can cover all of it. That's the hope. But at the same time, we know we're going to subsidize it. We just need the aggregate view of what everybody's shipping so our vendors, our carriers can kind of get us the costs. But I would say that, one of the things that came up, especially for people displaying only at the bodega, is maybe it doesn't make sense for you to ship it, right? Maybe it makes sense for you just to carry it on and bring it with you. So that's something I'm gonna reach out and escalate to Yuga and figure out what we should direct people to do there, right? So we're figuring out some of those details, but I think it's really coming together. And this is 1 year after Hong Kong ApeFest, and I think there was very little to no direction, right? So it's still not perfect, and Rich and I are available for any questions. Obviously the event stuff is not really in our realm, but like for shipping. But I think it's come a long way. I mean, I'm also shipping my own product too, so like to think that there's been some improvements, and we've got some stuff figured out. Just some pending questions we'll work through together.
I think it's like a learning process for everyone, and learning how to travel in the different country, and learning how to shipping to other country, and also learning how to build part of around the doing the AFAS topics and choosing the theme, and all just so much fun process to learn getting each other's. And yeah, let's start today our space. So today's space is everything is about how we doing the art customized for the AFAS, and I think that was such a great topic because lately I see Paul's doing amazing design on the skirt, and I'm also having one whole collection as well, and I think that would be great too. We can combine together to having today's space. And sorry, I sharing the one presentation. Let me just change that. And yeah, process of why don't you just share with us how you having the idea to decide this whole concept about the Lisbons?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, it was when Yuga announced the ApeFest in Lisbon. For me, Lisbon is like my heart city. It's one of my favorite city in the world, and I really love the Portuguese design and all those azulejos style with the just blue color. And I was thinking like how to push it to the like some custom ape design. I tried some different traits from my own ape. Then I started to work on like more traditional style of the tile, and trying to think about how to communicate all those like just one color design basically. And I realized I need to put the ape to the middle of the artwork, and I've put it my ape in it, and put some story around it, like how there is a boat, and like peel of banana, and all those related things to the Lisbon. And yeah, and I figured it out then. Okay, why not to do it custom? And I try to with my producer to discuss it, if it's possible or not. So it's quite hard to decide if it's even possible. But the design itself comes from yeah, like old azulejo Portuguese style, which comes from, yeah, this ApeFest Lisbon uh, design is pretty nice as well, and it's like all those designs of the apes are handmade and hand painted. So every ape on each scarf is unique, and it will be 25 pieces only. We are almost like on the half of the sales right now, and the sale will be
Congratulations.
until like 18 of August. So you got like 4 more days to order it. You can just go through Powser.shop, and then you can apply, or go through the
I will
token
probably
proof.
share a little bit more. Will a little bit share about more the process, and apologize. I have some tech issue about sharing the one page. But let's get started to
Uh-huh.
do the update first, and then we'll be go to your page, and so you can share about a little
Okay.
bit more details and how to talk on proof and everything. So yeah,
Cool.
as you
Cool.
mentioned, we do get a lot of inspire about the Lisbon's about the colors and about the Lisbon tale and everything. It's just like so much like echoing with the history and also so inspiring in the art industry as well. So definitely Lisbon is one of my favorite city. I'm actually born in I'm born in Asia, so I'm always go to Macau. Macau also having a lot the Lisbon history as well. So there's just like ton of the Lisbon tales is very effect to my art as well. So also makes sense for me to drop the whole GM Lisbon's collection. I will be sharing a little bit more when after the committee update. So yeah, the first thing about the committee update, definitely want to share. I'm very excited. Yesterday we do having the first ladies' day in the cup house for the in the BAYC council's account. So very excited to having as a lady of a BAYC. It's the very first time to speak in the BAYC council, sharing our art, and me and Maran, we were able to share our art and also share about our collection. It's exciting to just sharing with like a girl check yesterday night, and I'm hoping having more uh space like ladies at the cup house coming. And I think they're having a Google form to apply if you could like to be a guest on the BYC councils, and you actually can apply the Google form. So please make sure to pay attention to the BAYC council's account. Maybe you can be the next guest. And talk about the committee news. Definitely, we see a lot of formal from the Fucket production. Unfortunately, we're not able. I'm not able to go this time, but I definitely feel the hip wide and in there, and I think this photo is very it represent the whole Fucket production. And I hear about a lot of people having fun, and I think four of us in here today, we're not able to go, and I'm sure we in our timeline we're just having a lot of photos coming on with the Fucket production. And yeah, Jason, I think you also talked with some of the founder about with the Fucket production. We actually last week we also have a Fucket productions, some of the members in here. How do you think about this events organizing? I think it's amazing. They're really bringing the community together and also creating the experience, like the ape experience in the space as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think in real life meetups are definitely where some of the magic happens, right? And that's where I first met Joyce, right? So prime example, and just love what Fuck It Production is doing. And I think this will continue to develop, right? As even similar to MBA, I think as the club develops, as we collaborate, as we work together, in real life events will continue to evolve. I was just on the phone with Buffalo earlier this week as well, just talking about ApeFest and figuring out how we can, collaborate together with that as well. So I think, in real life events made by apes, the 3D assets and what's building there. I see all these things kind of continuing to evolve as I think you heard Garga talk about it, is really putting and enabling the community and putting the tools in the community's hands. I think that's the power of the club, and we're seeing that develop even in real life events like what they did in LA.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm very looking for what they will do in the AFAS as well. And I like this cup. This cup is also having a lot the a lot of tail, like a Lisbon's tail pattern, and this is actually very catching my eye. So some of the community photo was a very formal me, like GM have definitely having fun, and you can see it's a lot of apes just hang out, and also I know in the IL event in this time also collaboration with a ton of the MBA products as well, like Boy March they did having a close like the collaboration job, and if anyone makes miss about the event, you were still able to get it on their website. Or if you just want to be support and having fun, you can also go to the boy codes, and they do having the Fuck Productions dress up as well, and that's just very amazing. And I love to see now on this day you can really see like when you're organizing the IIL events, not just about your own event anymore, it's about how much you include and specials, like how you can be encouraging each MBA brand to cooperation with together. And I think that's something what our boy ins continue doing as well, special in our boy ins creators house. And we also have happy invite a lot of the MBA brand and cooperation together and try to bring the experience together, right, Jason?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's exactly it. And the more the community can work together. Joyce said it earlier too, right? Like building is sometimes lonely, and that's what the club I think is operating differently. So we just need to continue to push forward in that way, and the BoredIn Creator House is meant to do that, right? So please reach out, right? I think we're still looking for photographers, videographers, DJs, and we've had several people already reach out, right? But we definitely want to engage and encourage everyone to kind of bring their skills to the table, and hopefully we can highlight that, and the community can see that as well at ApeFest.
Exactly. And talk about the skills. So I think you're exactly bringing up today topic. Topic is very about the art and customizers in the Lisbon. So of course, I want to bring back. I want to keep at the keep at the topic to Persa, because the Persa, I think Persa been our space twice. Like I think it's twice, and every time he come to our space, it just surprise me so much. It's not just about his style, and also about what he doing and his art. And I do love about how he can be bringing his art and his mural and his graffiti style into his customized design, and also bringing the joy to the community as well. So Pastor, the mic is your, would you like to introduce yourself about when you get started for for the graffiti, and how you manage to bring in your graffiti style to your customized design? And I think that'd be a great start.
Can I just pop in for a moment, because his images are on the screen right now? I just love these images he made. Scarves on the mutant. It's like somehow the scarf and the mutant, it's like they almost become one. It's the most incredible and beautiful thing. It just stops me dead in my tracks every time.
Exactly.
Thank you.
It's like the mutants are actually alive. They're wearing the scarves and
yeah, it's quite funny. It's quite funny to do it every time. So
yeah,
I love that. Yeah, but
so the funny part is like, before I start Pasa, it's a girl. Like, I'm so not joking.
Okay.
So Pasa was the one get kicked out from the ladies of BOIC.
Yeah, exactly.
The chat, because he's the one always using his ape, and with, I think the model actually is a female, so he was using his ape with the female. Everyone thought he's a girl, so he wasn't get kicked out. So that's the funny part. It's just fun there.
Yeah, that was a good story for the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I started with the graffiti when I was like, I don't know, 10 or 20, 11 or 12 or something like that. And it was, basically the tagging and trying like to spray something, and do some practicing and stuff. But since then, there is like evolution, and I went through like a lot of illegal paintings, the trains, and like some stuff which you can get in a trouble, but still you need to practice at some point. And then I started some like during my like designer career, I started to doing the graffiti shop as well in my hometown, and then starting to do the graffiti like jams and events. After that, it's getting bigger until like the big street art festival what we are doing here in Czech Republic. And during that, I've been still like do the graffiti, do the design, do the UI design, and fashion and all the stuff together. So I'm trying to balance it at some point. I don't want to do just UI design and the pixel perfection, and I want to paint freely the graffiti, and I want to do like the illustrations as a scarf. So it's like long distance run for like 20 something years, and after this time I'm here, and I just get these images is from like my art residency when I've been for 3 months in Switzerland, because of like my hometown and Lucerne, my hometown Olomouc in Czech Republic, and Lucerne is like sister cities. So I get there for 3 months, and during that time I had like super focused time on just painting and tweaking the ape stuff, basically getting to the spaces, getting to the community, get to know like each other. And yeah, for me, like to get into the community from the graffiti scene is something similar to, in the terms of like graffiti crew and the crew members here in a ape community. So I told it several times already, but it's still, you can compare it. It's basically the same model of how people help each other and works together, because in graffiti sometimes you can come to different cities, you can call somebody you will never met, and you can paint together, and you are the friends until end of the life, because it's connected to some situations, and this one is pretty same. And those images, like you asked, how I started with the design for Azuleo's scarf. So I started with like watercolors and do the sketching, to get into the mood uh, of how it works. It was just rough sketches what I did, and then I realized I need to do a concept like this. So I started to repainting it in iPad and do some different iterations or different designs, and then it's ended like with the final result what you can see in the next slides, I think. Yeah, but it's not the scarf there, it's just the
Now, what does azulejo mean? Is that a type
Azulejo
of
is
silver that's
is
a
the
town? Or
I think it's the original Portuguese style. You know, the style of the blue painting basically on the tile on the ceramics, because azul is a blue, like, you know.
So I have a question, like how long you design this scarf, like from start to sketch to
Yeah,
finish it?
actually this one take me, I would say, maybe like week or more, you know, or maybe even more, maybe 2 weeks, you know, to get from the initial idea. I had a lot of sketches, you know, like different type of compositions and everything, but I think like almost 2 weeks can take it, you know, like with the tweaking, the shading, and like figuring out those patterns and things. Yeah, it was quite like different than what I'm doing like normally, because normally I'm using like so much bright colors and vibrant colors, and this
yeah,
this
yeah.
is
I
sorry,
just noticed the banana picking in the corner of that one.
I
Who's the
hear so
opening of the
much
screen?
echo. Do you hear me?
Yes, yes, no
Yeah,
problem.
now, yeah, there was so much echo on it. So
Yes.
yeah, I've made like a lot of these sketches of, you know, like banana boat or something what you can come to to the Lisbon, and it was quite funny. It was like in the styles of tattoos, you know, like old school, like pirate tattoos, and like the original classic tattoo style, you know. So it was, yeah, it was quite interesting to do it. I really love that. And now when somebody order it, I need to like hand repaint it, the each ape, which is pretty interesting as well. Sometimes you need to facing some issues which you need to figure it out only in one color, you know. So yeah, it's quite challenging sometimes.
I I think it's very catching my eye when you start to do, even before you launching your job. I was pay attention what you're doing. So this is one of the images from your tutors, and I screenshot it, and I love how you can simplify about each image. And if you look at the yap, it was having Bulana as a bowl,
Mhm.
and I think like the way how you create each design is very thought about the committee original image, and also combined with the Lisbon's tales style as well. And I think you are nailing it, you're killing it, and you do such a great job with the whole things. This is masterpiece. I mean, for me, I need to give you credit because same as a design background, I can see you're very pay attention on the dotted detail, but not just that. I will say the whole image, this the whole patterns image you can use in anything, so
Yeah.
easier. It's just like so much fun to even watching your concept developments on the post-it, and you're doing such a great job. Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
the things
yeah,
I
my process is like this image what you are showing are most like iconic things, you know. And uh like it's something, when I come from the UI design things, it's like, you know, simplifying all those things is key, you know. In UI design, is the rule, keep it simple, you know. And I for this one, I'm like using the iconic things because I'm used to from the UI design projects, you know. So I'm starting with, even if I'm starting the concept, I'm just do small, uh, you know, squares, and in those small squares, I'm just painting like like just the composition, you know, few lines, and getting like different type of compositions, like in the terms of, let's say, those icons, or if even if it's scarf or not. So every time I'm starting with like really simple sketch, and every time I'm adding something. If I'm doing like the scarf, I'm adding more and more layers on it, and more, you know, patterns and designs in it. So yeah, that's my process of creation.
We should having more collaboration together. Like that's just so inspire me. And yeah, and I think you also showing the very good example how to look like in the sky. And I really like in your sometimes I will go through to each MBA brand website to try to find the weapons and try to put on the light screen space and then realize like some of the weapons I found on your page and so actually it's pretty incredible how the way you present your products, and I like the way how it's look like and special for
Yeah.
something like product like that. And I think that you are just like doing such a great job for display and how long you been like doing the sky, like it's everything start from A first. I remember like some of this products is not just about A, it's with your art. And actually how long you doing this?
You mean the scarves?
Yes, scarf. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think I started actually. My first project with the scarves was at the university when I was in, I don't know, 15 years ago. So it was the
Ooh.
first time when I started like the project in the university where we used some type of print on some, you know, like, I don't know, polyester things. So I decided to make scarves that time, and since then, uh you know, a lot of people or a lot of my friends every time like did, you know, like t-shirts and hoodies and everything like that, you know, like all the merch. But I wanted to push it at some like different level because I studied like fashion design. I know how to sew the suit, you know, because I've been sitting on sewing machine for a long time when I was in school. And like I want to make something more luxury, you know, something what can be art as well. And the scarves itself is just the square. It's a medium of basically the canvas, you know, or something like that. So I started to thinking how like figure it out the good material and come with some ideas or uh, like about the design. You know, I sketching a lot the different type of designs. And when first NFTs came, uh, I did my first collection of the scarves, and I've been connecting with the guys from Zora, and they made a release. It was like early 2021 or something, and they made the release, and it was like sold in just one day. I think like 30 or 35 pieces. And I didn't even know what the NFT is, you know. I just figured it out that after all those sales, and after I seen like people are trading just with the image, you know, they don't even need the physical scarf. So it was something what I didn't understand too much at that point. But yeah, since then I'm in NFTs, and that's why I started the silk scarves basically, like the as a brand. And after I bought MBA, it started making more sense to build a brand under all the MBA ecosystem, you know. So that was I think for me one of the best step what I made for that.
Well, I have rarely seen somebody whose work lends itself so perfectly to what you've done with it and the silk scarves. They're works of art. I mean, I have one, which I waited to grab. I couldn't not. So, I mean, everything about them is so freaking gorgeous, including the packaging. I mean, look at this thing. And you have the code on the back, which you can, where's the camera? You can scan the code on the back, but this box is so luxurious and it's so beautiful and it's iridescent. And I mean, usually things come in, nice packaging, but you kind of throw the packaging away eventually. But that you have to keep this. It's phenomenally beautiful. And there it is. It's personalized, so it's collectible too. because this scarf is not going to be around forever. Now, as you can see, I did not open it yet. I was going to make, an unboxing video, which I've never made before. But I thought since you are here and this show is about you and the scarves, I should probably just unbox it here. What do you think? Should
Yes,
Yeah,
do
for
it, do
sure.
it, do it.
Definitely. Let's do
Okay.
it.
You know which one I got? Oh my God, look at this. I didn't even
I am so
notice this.
excited. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Look, I get all the stickers. This is fabulous. Fabulous stickers. Oh my God. Seriously, the packaging is so luxurious on these. It blows my mind. Look at this. There's my favorite. The crazy mutant with the pauser colors is just remarkable.
Hasa, you need to have a cricket. You will need to stop hand cutting your sticker.
Yeah, I know, because I made it like big format, and that's the like bad step, but yeah, I will definitely get better.
So that is completely awesome. So here is the scarf itself. I'm afraid to do it, but I'm going to. I got Finding the Unicorn, and trust me, it was really hard to figure out which one. At first, I was going to go for Center of the Metaverse, and then there was this one. So here is how it looks. And let's undo it. Oh my God, how beautiful. Look, it has a cat. Cat people. Finding the Unicorn has a cat. Wow.
Okay, now I want it.
Look, it has the big horse. There's the unicorn. Can you all see it? Look at this thing. Is this gorgeous? I've got to say, I grew up coveting Hermes scarves, which I never had.
Okay.
But I loved them. And as soon as I saw these, it's the first thing I thought of was that kind of luxury and that kind of impeccable beauty and that kind of design. And the silk is, needless to say, the silk is magnificent. Everything about it is magnificent. It wouldn't be great. So I'm going to put it on.
So this is why exactly I need voices in here. She's just like adorable person, and I love her. Oh my goodness! Hey, you wear your own shirt too. I'm so excited for you.
Is this great or what? Have you ever seen anything so pretty? There's not a color on it that I don't love, and it's a sensation. Look at this thing. And it has the horse, which I love horses. I've always loved horses, but that's another thing that gives it that, sort of Hermes quality to it, because, he always did the horse thing. So this is really beautiful. My unboxing video is now my unboxing live stream. I love this thing. I'm going to be wearing it, of course, at ApeFest with my House of OG jacket, but I'm going to be strutting this thing all over the airport, all over the Ape Hotel. And
Jesse, also print out the scan QR code if anyone asks you. I'm sure you will have a lot of people ask you questions, so you just scan this and go to the website. So in case nobody know where the website is, and now you can check up on the bottom.
I think there is an old website. Now we got a pauser.shop. There is a old sticker, because those packages was made before, but yeah, it can give you there, so you can get to the right place.
Yeah. I'm really so amazed by this. It's just the most beautiful thing. It really is.
Well, I think now you can put it back. You can put it back and try to pretend you're unboxing again.
Fake.
So
but somebody will say, I saw that already. They'll say, I saw you on BoredIn. This is fake video.
Okay.
So
I actually want to go deep dive a little bit about how the way you want to you are presenting your sky this time, because I do see you at MFC tag. And also you can customize your A, and already having ton of the people already order, and how the way you how the way you do for the customized design? Like can you share about a little bit the process?
Yeah, so you need to go to the website, then you will find the scarf, or to the side of the scarf landing page, and then you can go through the token proof and go to check if you are the holder, and if you got the token, you can just get, or you can just buy the scarf with your unique number of the ape, and based on that, I will put the ape on the scarf, or basically my assistant after order do everything with you, like with the custom name, or some tweaks, or like I want to have like all the clients satisfied, so I want to do the best for them, so it's pretty easy, just 3 steps: go to the website, check the token proof. It works with the delegated wallets as well, and yeah, just check out and wait until the ApeFest.
And
Yeah, and there is one thing: you need to just select the pickup in the store, because there was some glitch in Shopify. There we were still trying to figure it out, but if you will if you will pick the add in store, definitely it goes to our email. So after that, if something, we can figure it out.
Yeah, I love you can also pick up the store. And how many left now? I think it's gone very fast.
I think we got like 13 or 14 ordered already, so
Oh my
something like
goodness.
10 is left since today.
I see
That's awesome.
Baron order one, and I love
Consider
it.
how, people are buying so much merch in advance of ApeFest, and these are such luxury items. To be selling so many is really quite an accomplishment, and it's a tribute to the scarf itself. So, how long does it take you once you get somebody's order? You have to fit their ape in, and you have to, work it into the back.
Yeah, I think it's like, let's say, few hours, maybe half. Yeah, a few hours definitely taking to create the ape on the scarf, and prepare it for the print with the custom name on or everything. So yeah, I think let's half day, or maybe something even more.
Yeah, custom product is not easy, right? I think some people overlook how complex and how much work it is for a custom product.
Yeah, that's why I decided to do just like 25, because I will not be able to do it, and I want to like guarantee it will be on the ApeFest. So I had to limit it at some number, and I hope we will get it.
You see how much of the community loves sharing on the screen, and
Yeah, I love it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'm probably going to order one for myself too. So I'm also knowing you going to be display your fashion in the Kujida's fashion show on our BoredIn's creators house as well in during the AFAS. What's your plan for doing that fashion show?
Actually, I was thinking about it when ApeFest started, when they announced ApeFest, and then we met together with Gucci'ta, and Blue connected us with Gucci'ta and House OG, and yeah, and Hoarder as well, and I realized they do those side events, and I would like to get in. I really love to be part of something, because it's a garment is like accessory to like Gucci'ta things as well, and if you will connect everything all together, it will be like super mix of ape garments and merch and like super nice apparel, so that was the thing why I decided, or why we decided to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the event's going to be awesome, right? And to have and see all these different products really high touch items, right? In person. I don't know if you're gonna model it for us, or I know Gachita is working on securing some models maybe through the community as well. But I think
I
it's gonna
think
be a great
Joyce will be
experience.
modeling. Why you need to find model? Joyce will be the one modeling. Joyce will be so happy to putting on the sky.
Joyce, we might need to connect you with Gachita and get that
Well,
thing.
Get
funny you
the
should
model
mention
set
it
up.
because I just got a message from my door person that I have a package, and the package is probably my House OG black satin jacket, which I'm going to wear with the scarf all over ApeFest. And you are all going to be so jealous when you see it together, because look at this thing. And if those of you who know the jacket know that this scarf is going to match that jacket so beautifully.
Joyce, I have the jacket, so maybe I need to get the scarf too. So not to front run you, but then I'll be rocking it with you.
Which one do you have? Do you have the cheetah fur or the black satin?
The black satin.
I have the black satin too. So you have to get the House of Unicorn. The what got the name? The unicorn. What's the name of it? Pauser, the unicorn one.
Finding Unicorn.
Yes, you have to get the Finding Unicorn. At first, I wanted Center of the Metaverse, which is equally beautiful, and then I was totally torn, and I realized that I want to wear it with the House OG jacket. So the Finding Unicorn is the way to go because the colors are just perfect. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm going to look so nice at Fest.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see that.
Yeah, somehow I don't think I'd have the same effect as you. Pauser might ask me to take his beautiful scarf off.
Probably not. I'm happy if everybody's wearing it.
It depends where you want to cover. If you want to cover with the whole bagel, I don't think Pauser will get a problem.
That's like the scene out of Cinderella. Pauser will come up and say, "Give me back my scarf. Give me back my."
I don't want to sell to you. Cancel your order.
I can't really blame him. So it's fair. So
Can you make us a silk hat? Or like a Pauser design hat with like your designs all over the hat? That would be amazing.
Yeah, I didn't think about it yet, but I'm planning to do some more stuff. So it's on my roadmap, but I need to do it slowly.
Yeah,
well, I can't wait to see more because
Yeah, I think everyone just had their footstep. Sam, I feel that sometimes you want to do a lot of product, and I know that ideas kind of like getting you crazy, stuck in your head. But you just have to, special for the product. I think Joyce and Pauser, you have the same challenge for you want to wait to seeing the material, you want to get the product in hand and in the perfect detail, and then you finally can be confident to do the job. And I feel you guys. I mean, I'm also kind of like in the transformer from doing the loyalty and also try to do the fashion product as well. But yeah, let's jump into the second part. And I'm actually never really sharing much about my loyalty in this space, but I think that would be great to taking the trend and taking advantage to share about it, about me and my art, and jump to the second part. So I think I'm always been artist and also in this Web3 space. But before I jump into the Web3 space, I was actually the one of the contract artists with Nike. I was the first female to drop the women's product collaboration with the famous tennis, the top champions female tennis Nilas, and having her first collaboration with all this pattern and having the leggings and designer bar and also decoration the whole store. So the whole concept about the first female job for the Nike woman in China, in Asia. So by the time I was like very excited and I doing a lot of pattern design, and that's just actually how I start my fashion journey. But as you see, and now I'm actually very focused on the Web3 and also focused on my own brand, BoredIn. It's been doing great for sharing a lot the joy to the community, but at the same time, I kind of like feel like that's just like one of the brand I keep myself to be practice my skill. So lately I've been changing my logo and all the brand design, and basically I do just like try to putting all my IP together. And I think that's also the direction for Boy LLC and Boy T continue to go will be. Of course, having a Boy T's include, but at the same time, I probably will be having a more fashion products, because it's just some of my backgrounds are always related with the fashion, and all they will always include with the art. And I think that's probably the direction I'm interested to go. As you see, we do having a 6 different favorite, like classic favorite of a boy tea, and some of you probably will get that in during the ApeFest and in the last year and then this year as well. So I'm very excited to share more, and maybe next time I can more share about, and even making I can show you guys the house my farm. Actually very close to me. It's just one of the farm I collaboration with a local farmer, was it in Rhode Island, and they are actually supporting the refugee program, do have a refugee going organic tea. And this is the main point about why I'm doing the boy tea, because I want to support in real life for my local community as well. By doing the boy tea almost like I would say like a year and a half now, I kind of like slowly changing my direction more to the IL event. You can see I've been collaboration with Pizza Dow, and we even do like a small farmer market. We're having like a bottom boy tea, and we also having a lot new direction going on, like especially we try to move on a little bit the jewelries and everything just like go by naturally, because I'm female artist and I kind of want to be having more female product. This is the first thing, but also same time I want to supporting our female artists as well. So this is how you can see the whole idea about the GM Lisbons come out, and me and Maureen, we just okay, we just having so much fun to cooperation the GM Lisbons, and we basically what we do, we just come by her favorite GM cup to our boy teas cup together to make that dream happen. You can see it in the background. We do having a lot of boy tea logo turned to like a Lisbon tail, and it's so much fun. And you can see how we do it to dress up your A. The general idea is like first we will think about like, okay, we want to having something we can dress up our A, but at the same time we can be do some customized design. So you can see how this the process from if you go to Maureen's the website, the Boy Art Local website, you can able to dress up your A, but at the same time you can just come back to my Boy T website, Boy Art store to customize your A. We do have a lot of product as a match, because we all I think about the whole collection, it's not just about the product, it's about how I think about if I am as A and being in the A fast, and this is something I'm excited want to wear, and I actually wearing today as well. And I want to having fun, but at the same time I feel I want to having my own personality, and that's just how my whole idea to design the whole concept about the GM Lisbons. You can see I even design a lot of product for female, having a sport bar and the leggings and also have a cup. And yeah, this is actually getting the idea from Joycey. Joycey, I see you have so much fun with the cups. That must be I do want to having my own cup, and that's how the GM cup come out. And even I want to include a key powder, so that is also you can see we do use the GM cup on the key powder. This is my son. This is actually my son. I'm going to tell my husband. My son finally in the camera, so that's great. Um, and Jim actually is our first client to order the customer design. So you can see in one of the T-shirt, and we able to having his A as a customer design as a GM Lisbon. So yeah, this is
So
almost. the
Are
whole
these limited editions that, once Lisbon is done, you can't get it anymore?
we don't think like have to be. I mean, some of the product probably will be taken off by after that, but some of the product probably will be continued because we just love the whole collection too much, and even till now in this day, still have people was asking is able to buy something, the Hong Kong ApeFest tea as well. So I think some of the aid they do want to collect some of the product even after the Lisbon. So we will be like having like a time window will be make a longer so people can order. So you can see how Marine was very get inspired from the whole idea. We first having the GM Cup, and then we have a dress up, and then we think about let's just go bigger. We're having a boy tea, we have a travel key, and then we have a cup, and then like, okay, let's just go
Right.
bigger and bigger, and then become the whole collection. And so now you can able to order on our website, and if you want to be customize your A, we do have a ton of the option. This is all about this is going to be my dress up in the Lisbon, because that's just I want to hang out in the beach and wear some of my favorite clothes, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you feel tired and want to take some rest and also overdrawn, I think my boy tea also a good option as well. It's all from the local farmer, and this is all about the Lisbon. It's all about having fun and chill and hang out with a friend, and yeah, that's my whole collection.
It's
Yeah,
great stuff.
it's pretty
I just
nice.
love it. I love the collab that you would never have expected, Board Art not, to join forces and do this. And this is what I love so much about being a part of this MBA community. I mean, the Bored Ape Yacht Club in general, just as a club, to be a member of, but the MBA thing and what is happening is such a groundswell of collaborations between really brilliant and really talented minds. And then stuff like this happens that you would never expect, like collaborations. Like where did that come from? And it makes me as a builder, it makes me want to collaborate with like everybody.
Yeah, I think you have a good start too. I remember you collaboration with me, and you also collaboration with Father, and
I'm
having
you up with those pajamas.
yeah, and I think that happen will be much more in this day. I think the general idea first is about we try to encouraging other people using their IP. I think this is the whole things about Make by A to encouraging people using the IP. But the second, I think now we get into the second layer about how to deliver the better idea of the IP. And I think everyone's doing that. You're doing that, and Pasa's doing that, and some of the MBA brand. And I know they are moving forward in the same direction. I'm really excited to see like what's the next direction. Right?
Yeah, yeah. But I think the whole brand, the whole MBA brand, all 500 of us cross-pollinating and working together and promoting each other's products is going to be, oh, look at that. That's so cute. That's so cute.
I will give myself a big heads up so you can probably see get closer. Like this
Wow.
the pattern, and actually it's very high belly. I love it. And I think that's
really
like,
good, head to toe. If you wear it with the pauser scarf.
yeah. Pasta is situation, and we can just jump in right now.
And I love that you made it into the bucket hat. That's adorable.
Yeah, the bucket hat's on the way right now. So since I arrive, I can probably show more a little bit of the picture. Pastas, what you think? You are probably much more like focused on doing on the scarf. What you think the merch I'm doing?
Yeah, I really love that. It's pretty nice, and yeah, we can do whatever. We can do some collaboration.
Exactly.
We can do I'm for everything. I'm open for everything, So let's do the scarf, let's do the leggings, everything.
Awesome. Well, Jason, if you want a legging, if you can wear, I mean, I'm happy to offer. I mean,
Yeah, I would love to. Maybe I will leave it for
you
my wife.
guys
But
are gonna be sorry. You're gonna be sorry what you asked for, right? I have no problem embarrassing myself.
well, if you can wear that in the Kujita fashion show, I'm happy to sponsor. I'm down.
that will be crazy.
So also, we want to share something we are actually doing for. That's just what we're going to wear as a boy in, and we're going to having a special boy in's hat, and you can see it's like we also having something's going on. I think Jason's jumped out from the space. Too bad. So we actually have a designed shirt for him. The same color pattern, same idea, because we love the Lisbon tile too much. You can see on the left side we do having the Lisbon's tails idea, but matching with the Boyin's logo. So you can see some of the special designs going on.
I love the crazy detail you did in all the different tiles.
Yes.
What?
So that is actually coming. So, but it's not for order right now. It's more for having fun. But it's a special
Lisbon Hawaiian.
Yeah, it's a special.
And you know, in Lisbon there is a museum of azulejos, of all those tiles. So there is one of the nicest place to see like how they did it. You know.
Yeah, can we just like having a tourist trick to go together? And I think that would be super funny.
Yeah, that will be really nice.
I can imagine if all of us like wear a ton of the Lisbon. And everybody will know immediately. Say, "Oh, those people must be tourists."
they are fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's
it's like wearing the Empire State Building in New York, right?
Yeah.
So, talk about the customer design. We actually also want to share what Joyce's doing, and I think we will be probably having a more serious combat about print on demand, because Joyce I think she's doing a very good job for print on demand, but not just that. She also having a lot of idea about doing March. And yeah, Joyce, I think the money I'd love to pass to you. Like, will you like to share about how you do the print on demand? Like, just a little bit about how you get started on your own brand, and what's this new product for jobbing? Because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah. Well, my brand started, really when I got my first MBA, when I first heard about them coming out. So that's for pfpdate.ape, which is a video that I've been working on for quite a while about my board ape, whose name is Sir Admiral Winston Apeley. And he's a louche playboy, quite a cad, thinks quite a lot of himself. He's very in demand with the ladies because, he's rich and he's known far up and down the East Coast as an ape about town. And he's bored with his life, and he begins to go on a dating site for apes called, for avatars called PFPDate.ape, and he meets a Mutnik. I don't know if any of you remember the Mutniks. It was a project back in 21 by Mike Mongo and Subtractive, I believe his name was. And it was quite a hit. It was a big sellout. And so that was about space dogs, the first dogs that went to space. But anyway, so that was my first MBA. And then, gosh, I don't know where I even got the idea that I should create a store, but I did, and it popped into my head. And I thought, oh, Joyce, you don't know how to do that. Don't be ridiculous. You're going to make a store. But I kept seeing these ads from Shopify saying, oh, you can be up and running selling T-shirts in 15 minutes. Yeah, right. So, months and months and months of grueling, hours later.
Do not trust people to say 15 minutes they have the store. That's a bullshit. That's a bullshit. Yeah.
Taxes alone was 4 weeks of busting my brain. And when I tell you with this business, they always say if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be willing to work, 24/7, 7 days a week. And it's true. It's absolutely true. You can't do it with anything less. I mean, this shop has become my obsession. I've been an artist all my life, an exhibiting painter, an art critic for 25 years. God help us all. I must say, in a trash show, not ever. So I was a critic who didn't criticize, which is pretty funny. But that's really what I was doing, and I was never, I never thought about owning a store, creating a store, being a fashion brand. I was in different directions, and it just grew organically, and I was so in love with the community already. And wanting to do something and being, a part of all this. So my first thought was like, what can I give back to this community and how can I do it? And what I realized was the way I could do it is by collaborating with other brands and helping to promote them and the whole club at large, which is how I began with the socks and Bored Socks collaborations. So that's how the store grew. And I started with socks, and then I branched out into other collections. So we have tops, bottoms, socks, loungewear, accessories, and Bored Home. And the latest two collections I just added to it, which are about to be filled with products, but right now only have like one each. Bored Travel, which is suitcases, and I'll deal with them another time. And the other new one that I'm really excited about is the Bored Family collection. So, if you go to the site, there are different, like any site, I want tops, so you look for tops, you look for bottoms, but the Bored Family is specifically, I was thinking about how can I branch from the Web3 community into the world of normies and, people who don't know anything about the club yet. They don't know that they're going to find out about it. But I began to feel like, the people I want to reach with the Bored Family collection is, moms and dads and young families. There are so many apes who have children, and I'm always surprised when I hear them running around in the background. It's like, oh, we're not all just Web3, we're also families in the real world. And how do we bring Bored Apes into the real world? And one of the ways I can do that is with the charm of children's book type characters, because I've written a few children's books myself. I didn't publish them, but I've written them, and I have some crazy characters. And so what I thought of was, like with this, for example, I love this kind of thing. I love streetwear culture and I love skateboard culture and all that, but this is more my thing. So I think these apes are really adorable. You don't have to know anything about Bored Apes. People in the with young families, are always anthropomorphizing. That was a tough one. Animals, children accept without thinking about it that animals think and have lives. The bears and the tiger, Daniel Tiger, all that stuff. So I'm creating this whole line of things for families. And this is it's not just a diaper bag, which of course everybody with a baby needs, but it's also a backpack. So you can sling it on your back. Your hands are free to hold the baby, which everybody needs. It holds a ton of bottles here, bottles on the sides, zipper compartments. It's waterproof. There are, your tumblers for water can go in the sides over here. If you've got the small mini bottles, they can fit in here. So this thing is, I think, completely adorable. It brings the Bored Apes into the normie community, because people would look at this and say, oh my God, that's so cute. And they'll assume it's from a book, which it may be also, because as I said, I write children's books. So this could become like the beginning of a whole thing that will start to bridge the gap from Web3 into the normie world. And the more I'm able to do that, the more the Bored brand itself and all the MBA brands, I'm big on recognition. And I know from having been a teacher for 27 years that people, not just children, but people learn by repetition. Children learn by repetition. Second grade repeats first grade. Third grade repeats second grade. That's how children learn. The more times you see something, you begin to own that knowledge. And so if somebody sees a Bored Ape anywhere once and they go, what the heck is that? The next time they see it, they're going to go, oh my God, that's that ape thing. I love that brand. And the third time they see it, they totally own it. They've seen it a few times before. It becomes a part of them. And the next time they see it, when they see a Bored, an MBA product in the real world, instead of going, what the heck is that? I'm not going to buy that. I don't know anything about that product. They're going to go, oh my God, don't you remember? That's that great brand we saw in Lisbon or Hong Kong or wherever. So the more I can bring these products into real life for people to use and wear, the more familiar everybody becomes with the brand. So that's the whole idea with Bored Travel. I'll probably change the name because somebody has an MBA brand that's Bored Travel.
Well,
so
you can keep it on your website. You can keep it on
yeah,
the
well,
website.
no, I mean, it's not the name of my store. It's the name of the collection, but just to be respectful to somebody else's brand, I can probably change that. But I made a crop
how
top
cute is it?
for Mom. This is Mom's crop top. And there's a onesie also, but I don't have a sample of the onesie for the baby yet. But the same pattern is also going to be on toddler t-shirts. So, I know one of the things that's really trending now in the mom community is to have matching, mom and baby or mom and young kid outfits. By the time they're in middle school, they'll drop dead if mom's wearing the same thing. But when they're young, it's still very cute. So, mom can have her crop top, and I'm going to make, just like other stuff that goes along with the brand. So that's really the direction that my store is going in. So yeah, thank you for letting me share it. I hope it's going to go big.
It's going to be a big one. And yeah, Jason, any question you may want to ask in the final?
Not really a question, but just I love seeing the evolution of kind of socks to your journey, and I think that's what it's about. So keep going.
Yeah. I could never do it alone. I could never do it without the community. It would be a vacuum.
Any question from you too? Pass it.
Yeah, no question. I just want to say, make whatever you want, like build whatever it's from your heart, and it comes naturally. And yeah, I really love that, for something for kids. There is, my kids love that, every time I show them any type of ape, they like every time, yeah, this is the ape, I need that, or you just need to buy that, and everything what you can bring to the kids, like the books, like you said, and with the story of the ape, I really love that.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, so any final stuff from Joyce, and then any final stuff from Pastor? Joyce, and you have any final thought?
No, I'll just say what I've said before. I think being part of this whole Made by Apes community is an extraordinary paradigm for business in the 21st century, and it's really changing radically what has ever been done before. And it's in its infancy now, but this brand is going to become enormous. it's going to be all over the place, and it's going to be the brand that people are going to say like, oh my God, I wish I had been in on the beginning of this, because that's how important I think it is. Like way back in 1954 or so, when the TV first came out, and nobody had ever heard of Mickey Mouse. Nobody knew anything about those brands, and there isn't anybody on earth at this point who doesn't know Mickey Mouse. And I would say that maybe maybe not even 5 years from now, there may not be anybody on earth who hasn't heard of Bored Apes. I walk into a restaurant with a Bored Ape on a T-shirt, and I go up to pay, and the cashier says, "Oh, Bored Ape! I know all about them. My friend, this, it's becoming that, right?
I do get one free coffee because I'm wearing Bored Ape shirt other day. So
it's begun. It's begun, and because everybody is helping everybody else. Nobody's like building and saying, gotta get past the competition. Gotta get, that's not this community. And it's never been done in business before. This has never existed.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
I got the same experience, because when I came from like the startup scenes, and everybody just chasing the money, and it's quite different approach, and since I got into the ape community and MBAs, the things got like super quick, path where it's going to, so yeah, I would say everybody who can create something and can reach the ape at some point can be part of the community, and it's like one of the best step what you can do for your own presentation, for your own business.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would like to pass the mic maybe to Jason, because in case like we as you guys know, we do organizing the BoredIn Creators House and during the ApeFest. Anything, Jason, you may want to be mentioned, and anything you want to update in the final?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say tomorrow is the last day for the early bird discounted collab package with House OG. So it's a limited edition hats. There's only 50 of these, but it also gets you access to board brunch and grab and go breakfasts. We're 10 minutes away from ApeFest HQ, so you come grab a coffee, come grab something to drink, come grab pastries or board tea, board bagels. So that package, once it sells out, it sells out. But that does get you into board brunch, which more info to come, but just some alpha. The RSVP, the tickets themselves for board brunch will be available on Friday. So the package actually lets you kind of skip the line a little bit to secure your spot. So unfortunately, the venue capacity is 200 people. So once that kind of sells out, that's it. So but other than that, yeah, there's still some space to get involved, whether you want to throw an event, if you want to partner with someone, if you want to bring your skill, just tap in, reach out to me, and we'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
or I just bought yesterday the ticket to support
yeah.
everything.
No,
So
thank you so much.
any
Yeah, I'm looking
anything
forward.
like anything
Yes,
past
the
that you
ticket comes with
may
the
want
limited
to
edition hat too.
anything past that you may want to remind everyone, because I know your collection do have a deadline for when is the deadline for end of the collection to customize.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Oh, your customized scarf, when will be the end of the order? When will be the deadline for order?
The last order is at 18th of August, and it will be bring to the ApeFest.
Awesome. So yeah, make sure if you are interested on this collection, make sure the timelines that I share is getting tight right now. So heavy up. And anything final stuff also you want to share too?
Yeah, I'm working on some new products, so I hope I will bring some new different scarves as well to the Ape Fest. So yeah, stay stay uh stay updated on my Twitter page, and also I'm working on a graffiti jam on Ape Fest with other graffiti artists. So ping me DM or something if you want to join and paint with us together on the wall. And yeah, we can paint something together. We got still some spots there.
Amazing.
Awesome. And I'm looking forward to maybe have some mural together. And I excited
Yeah,
for
that
some.
would be nice. Yeah, that would be definitely
And
You could
nice.
make a scarf of it. You could make a limited edition scarf of the Lisbon
exactly.
mural.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So yeah,
as
thank you.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for everyone joining today's space. So today is the end, and yeah, please make sure to follow each other. And I'm hoping to see you guys next week. Next week, do we actually have an invite grateful? And some of the artists is coming as well. We probably want to do a little bit more workshop on the Ping on Demand if you guys are interesting. And please welcome back to our stage. And yeah, let's keep arguing together, and hopefully see you guys in the next 2 weeks. So see you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
our space. And
Thank you so much to inviting us. Yeah.
bye
Have a good
bye.
night.